Watch me do my quick weave. So this is only the second time I've done a quick weave, and every time I've done it, the last time I did the same exact way. So you'll notice that my parting space is a V part, and I do that for a reason. I do that because I want to leave out the smallest amount of leave out possible. Of course, I use that classic wig glue along with these other materials that you see here in the screen. And then the most important thing is that you make sure that you put down that protective shield. Okay, and make sure that it is 100% dry after you've applied it. So I do that, and I also use some Got2b glue over the protective shield after it's dried, just as another layer of protection for my hair. And then I make sure I blow dry that. So that is the most tedious part of this process. Every quick weave video I've watched, it's been all about making sure that your cap is 100% dry. So don't skip that step if you just are too lazy about letting it dry all the way. Your hair will be messed up when it's time to take this out. So I start my first track. I take the track from one side of the part, or one side of my leave out, to the other side of my leave out. And that is where I laid my very first track, measure that out, glue that. Oh, and I forgot to mention, or I want to mention, you definitely want to make sure that you have one of these 3-way mirrors, because it just helps a lot with track placement. And here I go, laying down that first track. And from here, it should get fairly easy. You lay down that first track. I lay down pretty much my first like 4 tracks, I would say, all the way across my head, on either side of my leave out. So you'll see that here, I take the wefts all the way over, all the way across. After this, I kind of just start stacking them up in the middle to kind of fill in the space as much as possible, but still keeping that same sort of U shape. And then I start laying the tracks as I get closer to my leave out. I start laying the tracks. See, look, be very careful with this. It's very, very, very messy. But I lay the tracks, going in the direction of that V now. So instead of a U, it's going to make a V shape just like this, as y'all can see up close. From here, I cut away the cap, take out my leave out, and you can see how seamless it is just from how I've brought the tracks around. And then this is after I flat ironed it. And I just want to show a quick tip. I use some temporary hairspray at the very top to just blend my leave out and the tracks even more. And there you go.